So like obviously there was a reason why United bought him.
Oh, bro, if he was in Klopp's system though,
yeah,
that's what we were talking. Running gun midfielders.
Yeah.
That's he'd thrive in that Liverpool side.
Yeah,
but this technically based side, we're like I'm not advocating for Rice. Do not get me wrong.
No.
But there are aspects of Rice's game that you wish Fred had, right?
Yeah.
Which is an ability to be. I think Fred is too frantic. He needs to chill the fuck out. He's always just go, and he needs to chill out and read the game a little bit better.
Dude,
also,
Basuma from Brighton.
He's
like I just thought he'd be like another Fred, so you'd have to play him in a double pivot. But watching him against Liverpool when he was the sole CDM playing for Brighton, I was like, damn, okay, maybe this guy, maybe he just had a phenomenal game, maybe he is developing into being a CDM, but he was phenomenal. He was reading the game perfectly. Salah couldn't get past him in the middle. Mane couldn't get past him in the middle.
So he's staying in the hole then.
Okay,
word.
Oh yeah. Like next time you can watch a Brighton game, just watch him. That's all I did was just watch him. And dude, it was literally like how a CDM's supposed to be, just a shield. So like he was literally just going back and forth, right in front of the. I was thoroughly impressed because I didn't think he could do that.
My embodiment of a perfect lone six. Probably like 6'2", quick, not fucking like not slow by any means. Technically, has to be technically able. Has to be like Fabinho. Fabinho's technically able.
Yeah,
I would say as far as passing and ball control go.
Yeah. Would you consider Thiago a 6? Sorry to interrupt.
No, I'd say he's an 8, but not even in this league.
I would say he's more of an 8, but he's like he's not an 8. He's not a box to box 8.
You're a 6 if defense is if defense is not your top priority. You're not a 6.
Yeah.
At all.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, at all. And so, but with the 6, you have to be in between both center backs. No matter where they go, you're in between both center backs. You're like that fail-safe in between.
Yeah, or you have to cover the wing if the wing back goes forward.
Only if you're playing double.
Center back out.
A center back goes out then. You cover the middle.
Yeah.
That's like my perfect defensive middle. But who is that? Who would bring you to do that, though?
Dude.
Like Kimmich is smart enough.
Yeah,
but he's not leaving Bayern. No,
and then
but
that's Partey was the guy, and he went to Arsenal. I don't know why United didn't trigger his release clause. Like it doesn't make sense to me. But he's been playing more of that double pivot at Arsenal, but at Atletico, I guess he did kind of play double pivot with Sal at Atletico
yeah, he did.
But
or Coca.
I mean, the only other person you could say is Sal because Casemiro's not leaving. Real Madrid.
No.
Toni Kroos isn't. I don't want Toni Kroos.
He's not a 6. He's not a 6.
Verratti, but he's not leaving PSG. And then
I don't think Verratti's 6 either. He's defensively able, but I don't think he's a 6.
Idrissa Gueye, but I don't think he's world class enough.
Sander Berge, I'm not saying he's great.
Yeah,
he's a 6.
Yeah. But like players that would come in and first would go straight into the 11 for United, which is what we need for a CDM right now. The only one that there is really is Sal Niguez, but even then he's more of a box to box than he is a holder. Yeah. So you'd be now if United sold Pogba,
Phillips at Leeds, he's a 6.
Yeah, but if United sold Pogba and then used that money to then buy Sal Niguez, that would be fucking phenomenal.
The Sal's not big enough.
For a box to box though, and I don't think I agree he's not big enough, but I think the way that he plays, he could get around.
It'll complement the players that we have.
He'd be a way better Ander Herrera.
Yes,
way better Ander Herrera,
bro.
But then I saw this the other day where Varane isn't signing his contract with Real Madrid either, and he's got 1 year left.
You think Ramos and Varane are both going to hold hands and walk into Old Trafford together?
No. That would be so incredible.
That'd be incredible. Fuck me. I was
what? If this maybe Varane's just trying to get a bigger contract from Real because I mean Ramos has been doing that for years. Like the past 2 times that Ramos got a new contract from Real Madrid was he was linked with United and then he got the new contract. Basically what Rooney did with Liverpool and Chelsea. But anyway, since Varane only has a year left in his contract, him and Pogba are around the same age, and United need a center back, and Real Madrid need a center mid like Pogba. So it would be, if that went down to where Varane went to United and Pogba went to Real Madrid, I think that would be best for all parties. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be best case scenario for Real and United.
It's very unfortunate that Pogba didn't end up being the saving grace that we thought he'd be.
See, yeah, I agree.
It's unfortunate, but at this time,
the first year, he was.
Yeah,
when he came in.
Yeah.
We won 3 trophies, but one of them was League Cup and one of them was Community Shield. So,
but too much has happened in the meantime for him.
Yeah,
it's like you know when it's time for a player to go. It's time for him to go. No, it's not. Has nothing against his ability as a footballer.
And what sucks so much is that the past couple of weeks he's been getting back to that player that we needed.
Well, we're winning, and that's
because of him.
I think he and Ollie handled that perfectly because they both said he's playing and we're winning.
Yeah.
And that's all he's wanted.
Yeah.
I can see. It's not to say that Pogba does not understand his own ability. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And
he's like Luke Shaw. He doesn't. It's not. Yeah.
And it's why are you going to fucking try when you've got Fellaini next to you in the midfield?
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of attitude, which I can understand because there's so much you can take before you give up on the fact that you might win something when you come up against a Pep City or Klopp's Liverpool.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the caliber of players within it too, and you're like, fucking hell.
And the thing for him that sucks is that United are best whenever he's not in the team against those teams.
Well, it's because whenever Pogba is in the team, known as like a world class, one of the best players ever, you have to find a system to play around him, and it's not a team anymore. The team aspect, it's Pogba and crew. The team aspect is not there. Fred and McTominay
are all about the team. Yeah.
Not only that, but like it's they would have to play around Pogba had Pogba been playing. They're playing for the team when both of them are able to play with each other.
Yeah.
And it sounds vague, but I think it's a very honest like description on why Pogba's not hasn't fit in because we've tried to make it a thing on every formation, every personnel lineup has to be lined up around Pogba whenever Pogba plays, and that's not how it needs to be for any club or any player.
I think though that he has past couple of weeks he's been doing his defensive duty, getting back, being in the proper positions, but then he's also being able to express himself because he's got someone like Fred who will close down that space that he's not in.
Right.
Where last year the reason why it worked for a little while and then didn't work that well in the end was because we had Matic who doesn't have the legs to cover him. So it's interesting, but Arsenal.
We keep
taking their midfield. Like people saying now that Xhaka is a great midfielder.
He's not. Torreira's just not there.
Yeah, and you're playing with Thomas Partey. That's why. It's like it's the same thing with John Stones. I already said this to you like 20 minutes ago. John Stones was a flop, 50 million signing for City until 6 weeks ago when he was given a shot, and he was now playing with Ruben Diaz, who was coaching him through the game the entire time. And Ruben Diaz, right? I was watching City. I can't remember who they were playing, but all Ruben Diaz was doing was this. He was looking to his left, seeing his left back, looked all the way around, scanned the field, saw where John Stones was, shifted his body, looked back to the other side, saw the ball, looked to the right, shifted again, and all he's doing is the whole entire time is screaming at the left back, screaming at John Stones.
Orchestrating his back line.
Which is, and that's why John Stones looks that good. Where Laporte, right? Laporte isn't a defender, but he doesn't speak.
He's not vocal, right? Yeah.
So that's why him and Stones don't look that good together. But Ruben Diaz did not stop talking.
He's a fucking
and
man,
his head was
dude.
on a fucking swivel.
I love Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, but that's something we don't see from Maguire. Like the biggest difference right here is that whenever City gets scored on, Diaz is going hoarse, yelling at his back line. Yeah. Maguire has a sad puppy dog face. Oh, it happened again. Yeah. Fucking do something about it. Maguire could have prevented 50% of the goals that have gone through this year had he been as orchestrative as Diaz. I'm not saying off of a bad touch or bad positioning, but if he had the captain-esque ability to assemble his back line, we would not be as leaky as we are.
And it doesn't help that you don't have a goalie who doesn't yell.
No, but we do. We're just playing the wrong one.
Yeah.
Last year Henderson yelled at that entire Sheffield back line every game. Every game.
I mean, there's a reason why Sheffield did so well last year.
Yeah. Yes. I'm not saying it's completely Henderson, but they both played into each other.
Yeah.
The defense and the goalkeeper.
Henderson, though, I'm pretty sure it's like basically confirmed that he's going to be the cup keeper for the rest of the year. And then in the summer, they're going to reevaluate, and he's probably going to get the number one in the summer. Because what Solskjaer is saying is if Henderson, like with how it's gone this season so far, right? It's been so many ups and downs. If Henderson comes in, like against Sheffield, he comes in, he makes one mistake in the game, and that game costs you, then his whole confidence is shot in the league, right? Which, okay, he played the whole league last year, he made a couple mistakes, and it didn't really affect him. But when you're playing him in the cup competitions don't matter nearly as much as the league. And yeah, okay, you could probably say that he needs to start over De Gea now. But I don't think Henderson, whenever he has come in, it's the same thing with Van de Beek. It's probably because they haven't got the games, but they haven't had the, and it's the same with Tammy at Chelsea. It's like you can play them, and what they do in the game doesn't get them, like how they play doesn't show the manager like, okay, this person needs to start every game. Now they just come in and they're okay.
They're playing with 10 other players who have played consecutive games for the past 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Also, so they're not going to look great because they don't have match fitness and they're not up to speed. But at the same time, it's harder for a goalkeeper, I guess. But like,
no, but the thing with Ollie is each game you need for the big games. Absolutely, you need to play your starting 11 against the big six, the top six. You play your starting 11. Any other game, you have the opportunity to play two players that will not play every game, and you need to be doing this.
Yeah, but I make the argument. Last year, look at Liverpool. They played basically the same starting 11 all year. Whenever Fergie,
look what it's done to them.
Yeah, but whenever Fergie was manager, he'd have a starting 11 that he'd play, and 90% of the time for 3 weeks in a row, they'd be the same team in the league every week, and then he'd switch in and out players for the cup competition. So Ollie's kind of doing that now, but
I think Fergie would also set up 1 month squads for his starting 11.
Do
you see what I mean?
Yeah, Renee Bolenstein said that they'd look at the games for the next couple of weeks, and then they'd
have a consecutive team for the next 8 matches.
They'd literally have we're playing Liverpool in the league, we're playing Real Madrid in the Champions League, and then we're playing let's say West Brom in the league. So then they'd have a starting 11 for the first game, a starting 11 for the second game, and a starting 11 for the third game. So then they'd go into practice for the first 2 games before the first game, right? So then they'd play the starting 11 for that game, and sometimes it would be the same starting 11, so they wouldn't have to change practice at all. They just go straight back into it. But if they were going to switch out certain players, so like if they were playing Liverpool back then, they wouldn't play like Ji-Sung Park. They'd play someone like Carrick, where United are going to try and possess the ball more. Whereas when they're playing Real Madrid, they know Madrid are going to have the ball, so then they practice with Ji-Sung Park in. So yeah, I'm sure all managers do that though. Like having the team for the players that you have for against who you're going to play against. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying in regards to how Fergie would do it. Is the fact that he would have, and Neville talks about this to a degree as well, where he says like you would play for 3 months straight and then you're out for a month. That's why I'm saying he would cycle through 11s, and it was a good rotation of players because you're not out for too long and you're still playing the amount of time that you need to be.
I don't feel like Pep does that at City though. He for the league.
Zinchenko's been playing a lot more than Mendy lately.
For the league, yeah, but Mendy's absolute shite.
Yeah, well, actually, Laporte's been at left back a couple games too.
Yeah. But like majority of the time,
coming back into De Bruyne is injured.
Yeah, but so. Yeah. And then Arsenal basically are playing the same team every week now. It just depends on who's fit and who's...
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
And then
it's not up
Spurs been playing the exact same team week
He has a choice. But his managing's too bad to even matter if he's subbing or how he's rotating.
Ancelotti, basically, he would play the same 11 if he could.
But Ancelotti's very good with substitutions. Very good with substitutions.
I agree with that.
And so if he'll start Sigurdsson and then he'll sub in whoever his replacement is for 10 minutes, somebody like that. And then the next game, he'll start Bernard for a half and then sub Sigurdsson on at halftime. He's very intelligent with the substitutions. Yeah. But back to the Henderson deal. take out Henderson's